My name is Nico Fortune, NESSELIFE Unlimited, 1818, and we on AAATtv.
I can put them in their feelings, I can give them something real. I can nest if I want to, just depends how I feel. Tapping with my day ones, one love. Tapping with the haters, it's one love. Tapping with the fam, it's one love. They roll with me when shit got rough.
People to the show.
Happy to be here, happy to be here.
Man, how's COVID treating you?
It's been treating me good, to be honest, man, because I just been utilizing it, the best way I can and just, rolling with those punches.
I feel that. I mean, that's all you can do at this point.
We dropped the EP during quarantine, so that was cool.
And what was the name of that again?
NESSELIFE 1.8. Yeah, we cooked it up during quarantine. We had a lot of tracks, sitting around, and I was in the studio damn near every day, because I was blessed to be, laid off by my employer during this time. So I was just like, oh, y'all gonna pay me to be a full-time artist? Oh, bet.
Let's get it.
I'm gonna start playing with this bag. Like, let's get it. So
let's go.
I looked at my engineer, Keezy Baby. Shout out to my guy Keezy Baby, and I was just like, bro, let's step on their necks during quarantine, man. Let's give them something. You feel me? So we just put out NESSELIFE 1.8.
Your work ethic is pretty crazy, bro. Your work ethic is pretty crazy. Anytime I look up, you either shooting a video, doing new photos, recording new music. You're really on your job. You're really on your job at the moment. Like, what's pushing that? What's driving that right now?
Because
you got a lot of steam on you.
Really, the fact that it's bigger than me. I don't do this for no clout or to impress females or to impress people. You feel me? Like, there's a lot more to this than just I want to be famous and I want material things. Like, there's so much more than this. You know what I'm saying? There's people counting on me. There's people who believe in me. There's people who I know that if I don't win, there's a chance that they might not eat. They might not see the light of day. And I'm not saying that from ego, but it's like, this is people counting on me. And I feel like when I'm lazy, it's insulting to the people who believe in me and to the people who've invested in me. It's very insulting to the people who believe and invest in me if I become lazy or I'm being lazy. So, I make sure I'm going hard every day because it's bigger than me.
I feel that. Now with Black Lives Matter going on, what is your well, we have Black Lives Matter, and we have what's going on in Seattle, Chaz, and Capitol Hill. It's a two-part question. What is your take on both?
Well, my take on Black Lives Matter is that, what it stands for and everything is good, and absolutely, we rocking with it, but in the same sense, these people in the media, they're always going to put their twist on it. They're always going to, put their little twang on it, put their little extra on it, and it's been perceived as something more than what something other than what it is, which is basically a call to action to amplify black voices in this country, but they're making it this, that, and the other, people trying to make it a democratic narrative and all this stuff. They're trying to make it political, but this is not about politics, this is human rights. So I just feel like there's a lot of confusion, and we got to continue to assert ourselves, because if we don't, they just gonna paint us the way they want to paint us, like they always have. So I'm proud. I'm very proud of my people, and I'm very proud of my generation. Because
clap it up,
for real shit. Like, I'm very proud of my generation, millennials, Gen Z, and Y. Like, we all just going hard. So I'm seeing 3 generations. You know what I'm saying? I got homies in their 30s, homies in their 20s, homies in their teens, and we're all having the same conversations. We all coming together, because I feel like these bridges need to be gapped for such a long time between, especially generations. People talking about, oh, your generation, this shit. I'm like, nah, bro. Like, we need to bring that together.
For the most part, I feel like this new generation is really helping bridge that gap, man. It's bringing everybody closer together. I mean, this is something that most don't want to see. This is what the government doesn't want to see at all.
No.
And I mean, I hope we can all survive this and weather the storm, because, man, once we come out of COVID, a lot of great things amongst people are going to be definitely brought to light, man. New people are going to come out on top. Feel me? Now, let's talk about NESSELIFE, bro. Like, break that down. Break that movement down right there. I see the shirt. I'm with the hoodie. I'm rocking with it. I'm feeling it. I see it a lot.
Well, I'm gonna start off with what the acronym means. Or we'll start out with the origins. It originates from, obviously, Ness originates from the word finesse, and it originates from my first Instagram handle, which was Nico Stay Finessing. you know, and you know, as in culture and stuff, you know, finesse has always been a popular word, but it came back. You know, they've been saying it in New York back in the day, but it came back, and, you know, and people started, you know, saying it again. And I was just like, man, how can I, you know, separate myself? So I came with this philosophy. You know, I became more spiritual, right? And as I started manifesting stuff, I was just like, you know what? I ain't finessing no more. I'm just nessing, cause I ain't finna do nothing. I'm just nessing. So finesse is physical and ness is mental. You know, instead of out here finessing on the streets and risking your freedom, you know, you could be out here nessing and getting what you need using your mind and manifesting. So that's what I'm trying to show these youngins how to do. It's just how to nest instead of finessing.
Hey, gratitude to that, bro. Yeah. Gratitude to that, man.
Yeah.
Now tell me about the craft. Tell me about the craft. Like, I see, like, honestly, bro, you're like one of the nicest niggas I've ever heard. So first and foremost,
I appreciate that, man. I'm happy to hear that.
Facts. Now, with your craft, bro, like, what's the process when you're writing, you know, when it comes to writing? When it comes to the production, when it comes to your writing process, what goes through your mind? Like, what triggers that trance? Because I call it a trance. Whenever, as artists, when we write, it's a trance.
Facts.
You know, it's really a trance. It's just us like, write those 4 bars. You're like, I could have never came up with this if I was sober. Actually, I was sober. Damn. You know, it just triggers. You feel me? Exactly. So what is your process like in the studio?
Really, in the studio, you know, I really try to make it a streamlined process. I try to do as much rehearsal work before I get to the studio and stuff as I can. So when I get there, I maximize that time. You know, there's nothing more annoying to when I'm in the studio with a cat and they can't get their verse down in less than 5 takes. My thing is, if you can't get your verse down in the studio in less than 5 takes, you need to take your ass back home and rehearse it. You don't know your verse.
Right.
You wasting your own time and your own money and the engineer time. But at the end of the day, the engineer's still getting paid. He don't care. You wasting your own money. You're playing yourself. So I try to make it a streamlined process as much as I can. When I come in the studio, I'm just there to just maximize time and knock out as much as I can. So I try to do as much as I can writing and stuff, you know, back at home. Before I get to the studio, I try to, like, you know, put all those edits in. But even though sometimes you still got to call audibles. Every times where I'm in the studio and, you know, I'm doing something sounds a little bit different, you know, when I actually hear myself than I envisioned it when I wrote it. So you still got to call those audibles on the fly. So I pretty much just come in with energy and just try to just have fun, just come in loose. Just in a great mood, man.
Oh, you watch battle rap, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you know Sue Surf and Loaded Lux are coming up next month, right?
Ooh, that's gonna be a good one.
Now, I need your take on this one, man, because this is gonna be a small room battle. Small room battle.
Small room battles hit different because you don't got all that crowd hype. It's about the bars. If you come in with it,
but you can outperform somebody in the small room.
You can
outperform a nigga in the small room. It's still possible.
There's some people that have advantages in the small room. If you notice, some people do better in the small room than they do, you know, on the big crowds. It's evolving.
It's definitely evolving.
You're gonna have a new hybrid of guys who are gonna be nasty artists, but they can hop in that battle arena. That's what I think
that's gonna be the new generation.
That's gonna be the new generation.
Yeah, that's gonna be the new generation. They can handle both. That is a fact. It's multifaceted individuals.
Because if you look at the industry already, you already got industry cats hiring battle rappers for their bars. You know what I'm saying? You got industry cats hiring battle rappers to write their shit.
You know the funny thing, you from North Carolina, right?
I'm from South Carolina.
Oh, sorry, from South Carolina. Now, a lot of battle rappers are coming out of the Carolinas as well. Like, how often you go back home right now?
I haven't been back home in a minute, man. I've been I just been
You've been just tapping in out here.
I just been on it.
I feel it.
I've just been obsessed with it, but it's about to come full circle because, you know, I guess part of South Carolina I grew up in, Sumter, it's only 4 hours away from Atlanta. So, like, I'm about to be coming full circle and going out there to connect with people to just bring it all full circle, you know. Because I got some homies out there. My older brother raps out in South Carolina, like, you know. And people were just like, why don't you go tap in with your folks down there? I'm like, because I want it on my own. I want my shit off the strength.
Yeah, you want to make your lane.
Everything I'm doing is off the strength, you feel me? But when I do go down there, it's going to come full circle. Because I've always seen myself, you know, back in that market, you know, because I grew up down there. And, you know, when we run ads and when I just be putting out music, you know, we be seeing that, oh, man, like, they're responding to it. You know, they're responding to the East Coast. Because at the end of the day, even though I'm posted here, I'm based out of here, I'm still an East Coast cat at the end of the day.
Facts. Like, you just got to do your promo runs. That's the thing people don't understand. You just can't be in one market. You have to be in 7 markets in order to get some kind of attention. You have to do that. So I think a lot of people need to follow that.
Exactly. You know,
Man.
a lot of people get caught up in what I call the local trap,
Mm-hmm.
where they get they get a little buzz locally that inflates their ego, and then they become somewhat they become satisfied with that. You know, and I'm just like, nah. You know, you can't. You gotta continue.
And that's
So,
my thing too. It's
you
like
got the internet. You got the internet.
you got
So
the internet.
you can't. You don't got the bread to go travel in New York right now. I can go look up hashtags and I can start finding artists from New York. If I look up at New York photography, New York, whatever the case may be, you have social media at your disposal. Like you have this tool where you can contact millions of people wherever. Like I was just talking to a cat from the UK the other day that I want to collab with. You feel me? I want to go to the UK, but I don't got the bread to go over there right now. So I started just reaching out to people in the UK that I like their art.
I want to go to Africa. I want to go to Africa so bad, man.
Right.
Like I really want to go out there and go fuck around and be like, okay, it's time to go do some networking.
Facts.
Like it's time.
You can't let American media tell us what Africa's really like. When I talk to my friends that are from Africa, they're just like, bro, they got y'all thinking that we in huts over here down bad. Like,
it's
nah,
cities.
nah, it's
now.
bussing. Like, there's a bussing economy up there. There's a renaissance going on right now.
Exactly. Japanese buying up the real estate over there too.
Yeah, they are.
That's another thing we got to catch up on.
We got to get over there.
I just found out my mom's
they're colonizing the shit out of it.
Exactly. I just found out on my mom's side, our ancestors come from Sierra Leone. And I was like, damn, for real? You know what I mean? It touched me a little bit. So I was like,
that's powerful.
Yeah.
You know, knowing where you come from.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing.
Sense of pride.
Exactly. I still want to know what part of Africa my ancestors are from. Like, it bugs me that I don't know it. How can we liberate ourselves if we don't know ourselves?
Exactly. I mean, and I think that's what we've been missing this entire time as a culture, as black men and women. We haven't really thought about that. It's
no.
When
we Negropeans, man.
Yeah, right.
Keep it a buck.
Right.
We Negropeans, bro.
Right.
This is not our natural state. You know?
Right.
This is not our natural state. Like when you see the American Negro and how he moves, that's not your natural state. That's not how you naturally move, bro. I mean, you are a Negropean.
That shit funny as hell now that I think about it. You gonna get oh man. Any religious backgrounds at all?
I mean, my grandmother was very, very religious. I'm not religious. You feel me? I'm a spiritual person.
Always, yeah.
You know, but I grew up definitely in a very strong religious household. Grew up saying the Lord's Prayer every day with my grandmother, and you know that really was a good base for me to still have a very good connection with the Creator, even though at that time it was through a religion, you know, and it's not through spirituality, which I personally feel cuts out the middleman and it's you. In you know, you in the Creator. So, no, but my grandmother was very, very. She was in a Baptist church, and yeah, we prayed every day, man.
Let's talk a lot about a parallel universe, though, bro.
Oh man,
do you believe there is?
Let's go. I think so.
I believe it.
Because think about dreams. In dreams, you seeing different versions of yourself. You feel me? The mind never sleeps. The mind never really rests. That's why we gotta meditate to rest our mind. You feel me? That's why when you wake up, sometimes you go to sleep, you sleep 8 hours, you're still tired because you never rested your mind.
Yep.
You never rested your mind. Your mind has no rest. It's constantly thoughts. Even when you sleep, you're still dreaming. You feel me? So I do think there's parallel universes. You know, I do think that when you see yourself like something happened to you in a dream, that's a version of yourself that you're seeing and you're learning from. Because there's some sort of significance to dreams. There's definitely significance.
I believe these agendas are being pushed through media and music and but like these agendas are being pushed. Comic books, movies.
Predictive programming is real.
Yeah, it's very
it's real.
It's real. They know something.
I literally watched the episode of The Simpsons from '96 when them niggas was talking about coronavirus. Yeah, not only did like the homegirl sent me the screenshot of like now I did her one better. I was like, I'm gonna see if this is real. I'm gonna run it back. And no, it was a real episode. They got the episode. There's an episode when they predicted Trump was gonna be president. I don't just look at the screenshots. Like I actually go find the episode and watch that shit. They predicted that shit, and they predicted Buddy got popped too.
Hey.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
I ain't gonna say nothing. Ain't nothing.
They predict all this, bro.
Oh,
predictive program is real, man. That shit's wild.
Man, all right, let me ask you this, bro, because we're gonna have women watching this. All right, now say if we was to go out on a date with a woman, what can she expect out of you? Not the quality, not where you're gonna take her or anything like that, but what can she expect hanging out with you?
She can expect to learn something. A lot of guys just want to, put their phallus inside of a girl. I want to put some knowledge inside
Cakes
of a girl.
clapping, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can expect to learn something from me. You can expect to learn a thing or two, because that's all I'm all about, man. I really love just conversing and really connecting to someone mentally before anything physically happens. You know, something physically happens. Sometimes you jump the gun. We young. We let our hormones get the best of us. But like, man, there's nothing for me. Like, there's nothing more attractive than when I can learn something from a woman, or when I can just, that's just fire to me. So what she could expect from me is definitely to learn something.
Put on game.
Yeah, put her on game. I like to put game into my queen. I mean, if you're not, what are you doing?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's your reflection. That's your divine reflection. So yeah, if you're going on a date with me, expect to learn a thing or two and have some things to think about, because I'm gonna be dropping some gems on you.
Now she has an OnlyFans. Is that a deal breaker?
I mean, if she got a plan, you feel me, and it's not just like, oh, you just doing this. Like, if you got a plan, like you legit got a plan on like how you finna flip this, and like you gotta like, I'm like, all right, cool. I can see the vision. This is just a vehicle for you to get where you're going.
Yeah.
But if that's the end goal, then nah. Nah. You feel me? But if you got a plan,
that's the end game.
Exactly. If that's the end game, then like, nah, sorry. But if this is just like what you're doing right now, and it's just a vehicle to get where you're going, then yeah, I'm not judging off that, because we gotta let people grow. People forget that Malcolm was a felon.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
He know how to talk to you real quick.
So we gotta give people a chance to evolve. We so quick to just judge people off of what we in the current form that we see them, but you never know what that person can grow into.
That's a fact. Now, man, let me ask you this: what do you this whole Chaz thing is going on Capitol Hill right now? I'm hearing it's like Little Amsterdam.
Little Amsterdam. What they mean by that?
I mean, you can get some jugs off. I mean, there's a lot of freaks up there, so you can rub a couple out. There's
that's what they are.
There's also some peaceful things going on up there.
I've been up there, but I was up there for a different purpose. I was up there to amplify for my people. See, that's how folks that are up there for that, they up there for the wrong reasons.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's messed up about it. It's bittersweet, because we did not. I was out there from the jump, day one, tear gas and all. You feel me? Flashbangs and all. Like when it was ugly. Before it was all hunky dory.
Yeah,
like
right.
We was out there. You know what I'm saying? When we was pressing shit. I was out there when we was pressing shit. So to see that go from that to some damn tourist site, niggas got Black Lives Matter shirts selling them and shit out there. You know what I'm saying? People coming from Texas and we came to see the Chaz site. Like, what the fuck? This ain't no tourist attraction. That shit was sickening, bro. That shit made me ill. I wanted to leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, it turned in like for real, like, clubs is closed. Niggas turned that shit to a club one night. They had a DJ out there. Niggas was clutching bottles of Douce and Henny. They brought the Thoughts. The Tatianas that was out there getting it. I was like, yo, like, what the fuck?
They said, go sell some pussy. We're going to take over all Capitol Hill.
Yo, facts. Like, they brought the turn up there. You know what I'm saying? It was like a Friday. It was one Friday I went up there, turn up. Like, I almost fought a nigga. Brothers, black man down there drunk on some goofy shit, trying to start shit with other brothers. This dude shoulder checked me. And I looked at bro. I didn't even go off on him or start piecing off on him. I just looked at bro like, brother, man, you know better than him, especially right now.
Right now, like,
I just looked at him like,
come on, bro. Let's
and I let him have it, and I gave him a chance to
make
reconcile,
right.
And he did. He was just like, "I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, King." Blah blah blah. I was just like, "Yeah, man. Man. Be safe, man. Keep it pushing." But I was severely disappointed, especially in some of the brothers out there acting a fucking fool. We going through all this shit. You got white supremacists in vans circling around Chop. You feel me? They got shifts. You feel me? 4 of them, patrolling. They got patrols of Proud Boys over in that area. And y'all niggas over here getting drunk, bringing the Tatianas out, turning up, twerking in the middle of the street.
That's ridiculous to me. It doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying?
Mean mugging other brothers? Come on, bro. Like this.
That's called self-hate.
Self-hate. Coonery.
And that's what they want.
And that's another thing that we're gonna have to start banging on the coons just as hard as we're banging on the racist white people who uphold this system of white supremacy. We gotta start banging on the coons as well, because a coon got Malcolm popped. A coon got a Martin popped. You feel me?
Facts.
They put coons. They infiltrated coons in the Black Panther Party.
Facts.
So that's how they're not gonna come with somebody when they put somebody. If you start an organization that's for uplifting black people and improving the lives of black people, they're not going to infiltrate you with the white person. They're going to infiltrate you with somebody that look like you. So you got to be on the lookout for the coons as well.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I mean, the thing that got me...
Al Sharpton admitted that he worked with the FBI.
That shit pissed me off,
He admitted that
bro.
shit.
I couldn't believe that nigga.
He admitted that shit. Oh, lollipop looking ass.
I couldn't believe he actually openly admitted that.
I'm sorry, that's shit. I had to, bro.
Oh, you know who Raz Simone is out here, right? All right, you heard about the situation that just kicked off with him, right? They want to point up. They saying that I'm gonna just say allegedly, he's a pimp and he mistreats people, women, or whatever. He conducts himself the way behind closed doors. He conducts himself a different way. Now, do you feel like this is a part of whoever's trying to assassinate his character just to dim out the movement, or do you feel like to some degree, he got caught lacking because of ego? And you can answer as politically correct as possible, bro. Like, we not going to, just answer just correct as you want.
I would say, like, to an extent, like, yeah, there are people coming for his head right now. You feel me? You know, but I will say this, you know, on all the allegations and stuff and abuse and stuff, I will say this, like, we got to listen to women. We got to listen to our women more, bro.
We do.
Because to stop this shit in our communities, it's not going to be the women that stop it. The men got to step up and stop it. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in a neighborhood where my uncle would literally research where the sex offenders were just so he would know who's around his kids in his neighborhood. And if he saw that there was a sex offender by his daughter's school, and clearly he saw that the law system, you know, the system failed him, he gonna put that matters into his own hands.
You damn right.
And a group of cats is gonna go up to that door and be like, "Hey, boss, you a sex offender? What you living next to a middle school for? You gotta move.
Facts.
You got this. This is the time frame. You got to move. And if you ain't gone by this date, then you know it is what it is."
We're gonna take matters in our own hands.
Exactly, because the system's not, and people don't even think about that. And we used to do that, and it would baffle me how many sex offenders would live in these neighborhoods with you know, near schools and shit, near parks.
It is
pure fuckery. I just don't understand how someone with a clear conscience could do something like that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, this tension between black men and black women is real, and it's real because we don't step up. Let's be real. Black women don't feel safe around black men because there's been situations where
they know how we act. They know
how we act.
It's like this. I used this as a joke once. I said, when a woman walked past a couple brothers outside of the nightclub, it's like The Walking Dead. She had to walk through that debris of niggas is pulling her arm, grabbing on her. Come on, you know man. Like, we gotta
calling. Yeah. It's like, you gotta get off that shit. You feel me? And like, I never, you know, and that's part of like why I'm like thankful why I was raised by women. That just never was me. That never was me. I never catcalled someone in my life. Like, if I saw a woman and I was interested in her, I'm gonna approach you and say, "Excuse me," and I'm gonna talk it with you. You know what I'm saying? Like a human being. You feel me? She's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's wild. Like, I be looking at cats and they be mad because a girl not talking to her, and I'm like, bro, maybe if you just dressed her like a normal human being, maybe she would talk to you, bro.
Exactly.
Instead of acting like a damn dog. You feel me? Acting like a dog that can't control itself. A dog in heat. That's what niggas act like. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, that is a good
dog in heat.
A dog in heat.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you think girls be like, you a dog? Because that's how motherfuckers act. You feel me? Just like a dog, when he sees another dog, a female dog that he what does he do? He puts his face in the ass. You niggas is the same shit, man. It's the same shit, you know. But it's a real problem that disturbs me that we have this much tension between black women and black men.
Well, they carry the load for us too.
They going hard. They stepping for us right now. They stepping for us.
Where
right
are we
now,
at?
We gotta step just as hard for them.
We need to find a new dynamic of interaction.
Facts.
Amongst black people, just so we learn how to be more civilized in a sense, controlling ourselves. But I don't know, man. It's kind of scary.
It starts with dialogue.
That too.
It starts with dialogue because I noticed I look on social media and I noticed the communication
is very broken.
Very broken. Like when a black woman says something and she's like, "Hey, this bothers me that our men do this. We need to talk about this." What do? We get mad defensive. We're just trying to tear down the black king. No, she's being honest.
We promote too much sexual. We need to take the strong sexuality out of our culture a little bit. We need to tone it down. That's
a conditioning. It comes from slavery.
That's a fact.
Because you were breeders.
Witch and all
you were
that.
breeders.
Yeah.
You were breeders. They made you breed. You were treated like animals during slavery, And what do we do during slavery? We breed. You were breeders. They literally have certain, male slaves. They looked like, all right, he's a stud, he's a breeder. He's going to be the one that puts.
He was the livestock.
He's going to be our livestock. That's our stud. It's just like animals. It's like when you're looking at cows and shit, you know what I'm saying? Oh, like I got a bunch of female cows. I'm finna go to this other farm and buy a bull so he can impregnate all my female cows. You feel me? It's the same concept. Like, so they made us breeders, and like that conditioning is still present. That's why, the black man is a breeder. A lot of black men are breeders. They have all these children everywhere, but they're nowhere to be seen in their lives. It's a cycle. That's a conditioning, and it's just a generational curse that we just really got to break, man. And it's going to start with dialogue. It's going to start with open and honest dialogue between us and our women. Until we get to that point, we just going to continue with this bicker, this niggas ain't shit, bitches ain't shit narrative that has not gotten us anywhere as a people.
At all. And
that's something that I've tried to refrain from using the word like bitch in my songs when I refer to a woman. Like I'll say, oh, I'm stuck up to a shorty, stuck up to a chick, because I am stuck up to these birds. I am, bro. I don't got time. You feel me? I don't got time for them. Because I do talk about encounters I've had, but I try my best not to just be like calling somebody out their name. Because I look at it like this: if I call somebody out their name, they deserved it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? If you see me calling somebody out their name, just know they deserved it. So. Yeah.
You had it coming. Just know that.
You had it coming.
You had that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm respectful. I'm a respectful person. Now I gotta show you how respectful I was being in the first place by being disrespectful.
Right. PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation.
You ready for the PS5?
I don't got time to play it. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't got I had a PS4. I sold it. Like every time I buy a game system, I wind up selling it. Cause like if I'm sitting up here, I'm at
you can use that for Netflix. What you mean? What you mean?
True, but I got the HDMI, bro.
I got the Roku. I got
facts. Got the Fire Stick. That's true. He's like, what you mean, bro? It's got multiple. That's facts, though.
It's all purpose.
But I'll be like, man, I've been playing Madden for 3 hours, bro. Like, damn.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying? Like, or I've been playing for long. If I'm playing for longer than an hour and a half, I'm like, this is a waste of time.
Yeah.
I'm getting mad. I'm overly competitive. I don't like losing or nothing.
Nigga thinking his virtual coins is real money.
Oh God, I'll be really mad at Madden because I used to play football. I'll be like, yo, you would not make that tackle in real life. I want too much ball for that. Like, what are you talking about?
Like, this is a game right here, goddamn.
Facts.
Everything is available.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, I was playing with the Titans against somebody the other day at the homie's house, and like it was like a cornerback, and this nigga smacked. I had Derrick Henry. I was using Derrick Henry. I was just running the ball with him, and a corner smacked him. I was like, he's not tackling him by himself in real life.
That was the computer. Like, all right, nigga, you had too much fun.
Facts. Like one, bro, you're not
getting off a little too much.
Nobody tackles Derrick Henry one-on-one.
Facts.
Especially a defensive back.
Yeah.
You feel me? So and I got pissed. I got pissed. I was like, that's bullshit. Bro, I put down the controller. That's bullshit. I was like, shit like this is why I get mad.
Hey, thank you for stopping by, brother. Any last words?
Yeah, man. Shit. Last words. Follow me on Instagram at NESSELIFE_unlimited. We got some NESSELIFE merch coming soon. We got a brand new merch drop on the way. And stay tuned. We got plenty coming. Got a little bit of something. Got a project coming in the fall. Got some movies coming. A lot coming. I'm just getting warmed up here.
Boom.
Yes, sir.
Every time that I do it, this the bigger picture. Peep the bigger picture. Being the changes that I want.